Welcome to this Veloci Esports 101 guide to Gran Turismo 7. Gran Turismo 7 is arguably the best racing game you can play, and the Gran Turismo series has been going on for over 25 years. I'm Kirith. I've been playing, streaming, making videos on Gran Turismo for years and years and years, and I'm going to give you the basic introduction to everything there is in GT7. When you look at this homepage, I know it can be a little bit overwhelming. I've completed the game, so everything is unlocked, but I'm going to go back here to the basics with you. We're going to go through every single aspect and show you what's possible in Gran Turismo 7 and how you need to get there. From the used car dealership, to buying legendary cars, to creating incredible photographs, racing on some of the best circuits in the world, tuning your cars, doing the absolutely iconic license tests. It's all going to be here for you in this video. Let's start with the Café. This was the new addition to Gran Turismo 7. It is a curated set of menus set in this actual cafe. You'll have people come to you and tell you stories about cars. You'll be set challenges that you need to achieve. And you can see here, incredible amounts of cafe menu books that are gonna take you all around Gran Turismo 7, including everything it has to offer, from those photographs to those races to collecting and unlocking cars. By the way, if you wanna progress through Gran Turismo 7, you need to unlock all of these menu books. You just need to do them. But as I said, it will take you all over the game. Now we can start off here with the Japanese compact cars menu book. You can see here there are 3 Japanese compact cars in this menu. But when you start off the game, you won't have any of them unlocked. There are 2 ways you can complete cafe menu books in GT7. Either you can do the challenges that are set to you, so there'll be certain races to complete, and if you finish in the top 3, you will unlock the car and progress that part of the cafe menu, or you can go out and buy the cars yourself. So those are choices you have, but the cafe is an absolutely incredible part of Gran Turismo 7. I recommend you start here because it's going to guide you through the game and take you all over the amazing tracks in GT7. Moving on to the Legend Car Dealership, this is another new addition to Gran Turismo 7, and there's more to it than meets the eye. This is an iconic history of cars in this dealership, from the McLaren MP44, Ayrton Senna's Formula 1 car, to this Fair Lady Z from Nissan. These are some of the most iconic cars that you can drive in Gran Turismo 7, but it is a dynamic pricing system. The prices do go up and down. You can see here the MP44 has gone up in price, whereas the Aston Martin DB5 has gone down in price. So make sure to keep checking out the Legend dealership for these iconic cars. This Coliseum here is the World Circuit. For me, this is the meat of Gran Turismo 7. This is where you have the racetracks from all over the world. But when you start the game, you won't have access to every track. You'll need to unlock these tracks through the cafe menu. Yes, you won't be able to drive at Spa or the Nürburgring initially, but when you go through those cafe menus, they will be unlocked. Now you can see here, when you go to a circuit, you'll have these tournaments, these competitions, and they will give you credit rewards. Now you can compare that against the price of cars and work out how many times you'd need to do that to be able to buy the car. But I have a little secret tip for you. If you go down here to Circuit Experience, you can see there are massive credit bonuses for doing Circuit Experience. So if you complete the Circuit Experience at Le Mans, you will get 1 million credits, which is a huge amount of credits. You'll be able to buy most cars in the game. And every single track in the game has competitions, and the vast majority of them have circuit experiences. So world circuits, all of your circuits, make sure you go in here, make sure you continue to go through the cafe menus to unlock all of the circuits. Then you'll see exactly what I see here. Everything unlocked. I can go anywhere I want, in any car I want, and have an amazing, amazing race. Now, if you're an old school fan of Gran Turismo, you're gonna know this section. It returns in Gran Turismo 7. It is the absolutely legendary license center. This is where you do these little short challenges in Gran Turismo 7. You have to take a corner, you have to take a chicane, you have to go into a braking zone. These were absolute staples of Gran Turismo throughout the last 25 years, and they are back in Gran Turismo 7. And as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, if you get all gold or all bronze in these challenges, you will unlock cars, and you can unlock some very, very, very good cars. If you complete all of these license challenges in Gran Turismo 7, you have basically mastered all of the driving techniques across the game, whether it's rallying, whether it's driving in the wet, whether it's driving front-wheel drive cars, rear-wheel drive cars, all-wheel drive cars. It's all here in the license center. If you love a challenge, you're gonna love this. Absolutely classic and great to see it return. So if you need a car in Gran Turismo 7, whether it's something you really want to drive or it's something you need to complete a cafe menu, always check out the used car dealership. It's a dynamically refreshing dealership. These cars change all the time, and the prices can change as well. You can see here, some of them are limited stock. In fact, there's one here, the Cappuccino's already sold out. And the reason why that's sold out is because engine swaps have returned to Gran Turismo 7, and you can engine swap an absolutely insane engine into that Super Cappuccino. Now I want to show you something that you won't see at the beginning of the game, but you will unlock it if you complete all the Café menu books, and that's this, the car valuation service. This is going to take the used car dealership to another level. You can see here now you are able to sell your used cars, and again, if you want to complete Café menu books, you can do that often by purchasing the car you need to collect. Always check out the used car dealership. It's just here at the top of the Gran Turismo 7 world map. So you've got your car in Gran Turismo 7, but how can you tune it? How can you really make it yours? Obviously, you have to go to your garage. It's this icon here. And when you go in, you're going to get an amazing view of your car. Here we go. It's a Suzuki BRZ for me, the GT3 edition. Absolutely great on the tyres, this car. But the most important thing about the garage is actually the car settings menu. It's a little bit hidden away, but you go in here and you unlock all of this stuff you can do with tuning. Now, it can be a little bit overwhelming, so don't worry. In another video, we're going to guide you through. But all of these settings here can be adjusted to make the car drive exactly as you want, and then you can appreciate it in your garage. There's another couple of things I want to show you in the garage here. If you go through the game every day and do a certain amount of miles, you will unlock roulette tickets, and these are where your roulette ticket sits, and they will expire. So if you don't redeem your roulette ticket before it expires, it goes. You have to use it, otherwise you will lose it. And also you have the car collection. You can keep tabs on every single car that you purchase in the game. There are so many cars in the game, it's absolutely insane. But make sure you check out here, this little menu hidden away, and you can see how close you're getting. That's the garage, that's where you can appreciate your cars. If you fancy yourself as a tuner, I've got some good news for you. Gran Turismo 7 has brought back tuning in a big way. You can see here, all these parts you can upgrade on your car. Now, I actually happen to own this car in real life, and this is the craziest thing about Gran Turismo. You can play fantasy with these cars. I can put a customizable LSD on it. I could put a high RPM turbo on my Peugeot RPZ. Let's buy it now and see what happens. Look at the horsepower going from 152 to 223 just with the turbo. Absolutely insane. By the way, if you get to level 50 on the collector level, you can see at the top of the screen there, you will unlock this ultimate section. This was previously unavailable in the game. They've recently added it, and you can see these different additions, titanium connecting rods and pistons. You'd have to get these in the roulette tickets before. Now you can actually buy them. The tuning shop gives you all these parts, and then you go back to your menu in the garage and you can play around. So if you upgrade the suspension here, you can change the ride height, you can change the springs, the dampeners. So much you can do. It's a real paradise for tuners. Make sure you check out the tuning shop. One of the quirkier things about Gran Turismo 7 is the GT Auto section. Even though this is a video game, in Gran Turismo 7, you still need to change the oil of your cars. You still need to wash your cars, and yes, pay credits to do it. You get these animations, but I absolutely love this part of the game. It makes me care about the cars more often. You can see it's all sparkling now. You can also know that when you change the oil, it's going to run smoother, because at the bottom you can see your oil can run low. You can wear the engine. But I want to show you something even more powerful. It's still in the GT Auto section. If you go to car customization, you are going to see a massive part of Gran Turismo 7, and this is the livery editor. Now, the livery editor is so incredibly powerful. I just want to show you here how you apply a livery. If you go into load style and you search, or you go into your collection, you can see livery. Someone's made me a livery here. It's absolutely insane. You can see, I'm lost for words, because the creativity that you get in the liveries is unbelievable. You can share them, you can like them, you can apply them, you can edit them. So the livery editor, this is where it is. Go check it out, make a livery, share it, and you might find a new passion in GT7. If you love taking photos, Gran Turismo 7 has an incredible photo editor, maybe one of the best in gaming, but it's not called photo editor, it's called Scapes. This is a section you want to go to, and as you can see here, unlike a lot of other games, you actually get a selection of real-world locations, and there's such a big selection all over the world, different lighting conditions, different angles, and you can actually place your virtual cars in these locations and take a photo that honestly looks like real life. So if you're a budding photographer or you want to mess around with the photos in Gran Turismo 7, there is so much fun to be had here. Go to the Scapes menu, browse the location you want, put your car in there, and then you can take your perfect photo. If you're wondering where to find photos, liveries, and decals, even race replays in Gran Turismo 7, It's in the showcase. Let me take you to the showcase. We're going to go in here, and this is the best of what Gran Turismo 7 has to offer in terms of these amazing artistry. You can see here Formula 1 cars in Gran Turismo 7. They're actually liveries on Super Formula cars, but you wouldn't really know by looking at that photo. And you can see here there's decals as well that you can apply to your cars. So if you want to be creative in Gran Turismo 7, this is the place to go. I often just come here and browse, drop a like. You can see I've already liked this one as well. It's such an amazing photo. It's a very underappreciated part of Gran Turismo 7, I feel. Please, please, please show your love as well to the amazing creators that are showcasing their stuff here. It's a really, really, really incredible spot to be. I love being in the showcase, can spend hours here. And if you've got making your own stuff, put it here as well. I'm going to show you an area of the GT7 map that a lot of people don't even go to, and I really think they're missing out. It's the mission section. This is a curated set of missions that take you around Gran Turismo 7 and put you in some insane conditions. Some of the hardest challenges in Gran Turismo 7 are here. You can see you have these sort of album covers and you have these chilies for difficulties. I'll show you an example here. These are 1 hour endurance races in Gran Turismo 7. So if you want to test yourself for 1 hour, they have curated these races that are designed to be really close. They're sort of challenges. You can use your car to enter, and again, you will win cars if you complete these challenges. There are so many missions available here in the mission section. I don't think a lot of people appreciate them, and absolutely unbelievable. Take you some really unusual cars that you might not otherwise drive in the game. So please, 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 go check out the mission center, try a few missions. You can see you've got different styles like slipstreams, passing, standard races, and you might have a lot of fun. There are over 450 cars to drive in Gran Turismo 7, and you'll find most of them here in Brand Central. This is a fantasy dealership where you can skip from BMW to Mercedes to Ferrari to Nissan to AMG. And if you have invitations to purchase cars, you'll see them here. These invitations you can win in the roulette. Now, looking at the showroom here for Porsche, you can see how many iconic cars there are. Normally, you'll start here with the cheaper cars, the slower cars, and as you go to the right, you'll end up with the absolute beast. This is the legendary Le Mans 919 hybrid car that Porsche famously brought back to endurance racing, was pretty dominant. Really, if you want to experience a full breadth of Gran Turismo 7, get familiar with this place, find those iconic cars you want to drive, go and buy them here. If you want to play online, you want to go in the lobby section, and there's so much going on in the lobby section. This is arguably the biggest part of Gran Turismo 7. So once you go in, you're going to have a lot of stuff thrown at you. This yellow bar on the top left, if you want to create your own lobby, you can press that and do that. But I would recommend just browsing and seeing what's going on. You can see here there are 30 pages of lobbies and there's 10 on the page. That means there's 300 lobbies going on. And you can see here people are looking for all sorts of stuff. This is a hot pursuit lobby. People are role playing. This is an F1 race. This person's looking for 12 people. There's basically so much going on in the world of Gran Turismo 7 sort of hidden away in this lobby section. So once you unlock this, because you need to unlock it through the Café menu books, have a browse here and you might find some form of racing that you really enjoy. It might be drag racing, it might be role playing. So come in here, see what you enjoy. You might make some new friends as well. There's so much going on in the lobbies in Gran Turismo 7. The sport mode section is where you progress as a Gran Turismo online esports racer. I'm going to show you here what's going on. This is my personally favorite part of the game. This is why I spend most of my time racing against other people, trying to improve my rank. So you start off here with the daily races. By the way, daily races, it doesn't really make any sense. They're sort of weekly races. So they change every week and there's 3 of them. You have a daily race A, a daily race B, and a daily race C. Roughly daily race A is normally the shortest race, daily race B is in the middle, and daily race C normally has some sort of element of strategy. In sport mode, you also have the online time trial. This is arguably the most competitive element of Gran Turismo 7. You'll see here, there are leaderboards where the best drivers from all over the world compete to set the fastest time. But there's something for everyone as well, because if you can set a time at either the top 3%, 5%, or 10% off that fastest time at the top, you can see you can win big credits. 3% from the top time will net you a massive 2 million credits. It's arguably the best way to get credits in Gran Turismo 7. But I want to show you here the jewel in the Gran Turismo 7 crown. This is the Gran Turismo 7 World Series. This is the ultimate esports championship that you can get in GT7. You race for your nation. You can see here at the moment, I'm ranked 28th in the United Kingdom. And this is a culmination of all the practice I put in the game, from doing the licenses, from tuning my cars, from going around the world circuits, getting familiar, and now I test myself against the best in the UK, the best in Europe, the best in the world. So there's so much fun to be had here. If you're in Gran Turismo 7, you'll need to unlock sport mode by going through the menu books, but it's well worth it. You'll also need to drive as a clean driver, as a fair driver, because if you don't drive fairly, they will de-rank your rating and you will end up driving the fastest drivers. So it's not just how fast you are, it's how clean you are, which I personally love. Sport mode's here, you've got to check it out if you want to improve as an online esports driver in Gran Turismo 7. So that was your Veloci Esports 101 guide to Gran Turismo 7. I'm Kirith, it's been great to guide you through. Let me know in the comments what area of GT7 do you most enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.